Hello and welcome, folks. Today we're going to have a TvP on Overgrowth LE, and this is going to be a 1 versus 1 from reddit.com/r/castit. And let's introduce our players, shall we? In the bottom left side we have our submitter of this replay, NinjaDuckBob, our Terran player in the red. And in the top right side we have Dirk, our Protoss player in the blue. And since NinjaDuckBob was the one who submitted this replay, I will try to give him some tips on what he can improve. This is a gold level game, so I might be able to give him some tips on what to do. I'm not great with Terran, but we'll see how this goes. So what can we expect here? We see a gas going down on 12, so most likely going to be a Reaper opening here for NinjaDuckBob. Which is very common nowadays. We've seen Polt make it work very well recently. Oh yeah, not very recently, but you know, he's made it popular. See 3 people on gas, but whoa, a quite late barracks here. That should have been dropped at 12 as well, I think, or 13. But it's going down on 14. You know, not a big deal though. He's going to have plenty of gas though for that Reaper once the barracks finishes. Here we see a probe scouting out, looking for a bit of proxies here, I suppose. Nothing strange at all. No scout from the Terran play though, which, you know, that's the way it's supposed to be. He's gonna get scouting off with the Reaper anyway. A nice block here with supply depot. Always nice to see to deny that probe scouting. What can we see from the Protoss player coming up this game? He's got 1 gas taken, and I'm not a fan of this at all. The Terran player can put his ranged Marines Marauders down here and just throw volleys at these buildings basically. And I do not like this positioning of these buildings at all. I would prefer to see them back here instead. But we'll see if it plays a big role in this game. Oh, we are not seeing a Reaper, by the way. I was sure we were going to see a Reaper, but instead we see an early factory. And what could this be used for? We see no reactor going down on this. We're probably gonna see a reactor. Yeah, there we go. These are going to be early Hellions, and this could be quite cool. He mined just enough gas for that, so I really like this build order from NinjaDuckBob. Looks well thought out, and you know, pretty nice. An expansion going down, standard, with the expansion timing. But we do not see anything from the Protoss player going down so far. And there we go. Maybe I should have brought those up earlier, but I'm still learning this casting thing. So yeah, Forge going down from the Protoss player. I'm not a fan of his build order at all. I would prefer to see some kind of tech. I really like Robo in TvP. And I'm actually 15 wins and 0 losses with it in Diamond League. So I really think Robo is good play nowadays. But he prefers the Forge, I suppose. But he's not getting any upgrades since only got 1 gas. I don't know. It's adding a photon cannon in his main base. And this might be for to prevent the Hellions to do damage basically. And it might actually work out in this particular case. I did think they played earlier because the Protoss player started this game off by typing. Oh Jesus, what just happened? Oh, there we go. He said hi again. So they may have played earlier, so that might be the reason for the photon cannon in the middle line. But we'll see how much damage these Hellions can get in. I don't think they're going to do a whole lot since it has been walled off by this Protoss player. And if you created this wall particularly for these Hellions, I really like it. And yeah, as we can see, these Hellions are not doing anything. But the Terran player's expansion is way ahead of the Protoss players though. So that is very good for NinjaDuckBob. He at least forced Dirk to delay his expansion for quite a long time. And now see Dirk moving out to clean out these Hellions. How many are NinjaDuckBob gonna lose? 1, 2, and the third one trying to get in, but no block, and a photon cannon shuts that down immediately. But now we see the Robo coming up from Dirk, a bit late, but he wanted to be safe against those Hellions, I suppose. And now we see the command center coming down, and another factor being added. So we might see, yeah, it looks like we're gonna see mech from the Terran player. So that is quite cool. Mech versus Protoss is not something we see a whole lot due to all the Immortals, and the Immortals are of course very strong versus mech. They deal, I think, 50 damage versus armored, and then 55 after +1, 60 after +2, and 65 with that final +3 upgrade. But NinjaDuckBob is doing quite a good job so far. His expansion is of course way ahead of the Protoss player, as I mentioned earlier, but he's not really saturating it so far. He's not producing SVs, and this I think you should do at all times. There we go, started right now, so not a big deal. Should drop the Mulo. And Dirk, what are you doing? He's adding on gateways, producing an observer. If I was Dirk, I would throw down a robotics bay as well, because Colossus are decent versus mech, and especially versus these mines. They can soak up quite a lot of damage, and they deal a lot of splash damage, of course, as those mines, as they easily clump up. Third base coming down from DuckBob, NinjaDuckBob, of course, which I like. You want to stay ahead of bases versus the Protoss player. You know, you always want to stay ahead in bases, of course. We still see observers being added on from Dirk, and he has spotted this mech now. At least he spotted a lot of these mines. He hasn't spotted the factories though, so the Immortals, yeah, he should be adding them on pretty soon. As soon as he sees this tank move out, which he sees pretty soon. And oh, this is gonna be a move out actually. Let's look at the armor supply, 36 to 20. So NinjaDuckBob is way ahead in armor supply. Let's just look at the income for a while. But the Protoss player is ahead in income though, and this is not something I expected from NinjaDuckBob, since he had his expansion up a lot earlier than the Protoss player. But let's see what he can make happen here. He's got one tank, lots of Widow mines, which are of course very good versus Protoss nowadays, and quite a few Marauders. But I think Dirk spots this right now. He has got a photon overcharge ready, and remember that is the exact same range as the tanks got. So it's 13 versus 13. Oh, nice shots from these Widow mines. Tank sieged up. Oh, the Mothership core is going to survive as there's no anti-air. Oh, he doesn't have to pull these at all. Photon overcharge can just kill this off, but he's gonna pull probes, and I do not like this. He's gonna lose a lot of them to the tanks, and all the Widow mines are gone. I don't know. Perhaps some splash damage from the tank. Oh, and observe it. No, here they are. Oh, there's some news. I don't know. But NinjaDuckBob is doing quite a good job with this push to kill off a lot of probes, and I think Dirk could have held that off a lot earlier, a lot better. He sacrificed a lot of probes, which he didn't have to. Had full overcharge to kill off that entire army with, but he. I don't know, I guess he didn't expect the tank to do that much damage versus the probes, but of course it did. So let's have a look at the income now. Now they're actually, now NinjaDuckBob's ahead instead. He has got mules as well, of course, so he's quite far ahead, and he's actually piling up quite a lot of minerals, and he should really add on these guys. Should have done that a lot earlier, since he's going quite a gas heavy build, lots of Marauders, tanks, and Widow mines. Tanks, of course, I think cost 150. Well, I don't know. You can't see that right now. But I really like this third base from NinjaDuckBob though. This puts him in a great position. Going into the late game, he's ahead by one expansion right now, and since he killed off that many probes, Dirk isn't really safe to expand anytime soon. So NinjaDuckBob should really fly this down. Perhaps try to secure the gold base to get even further ahead. Or just, you know, get a third base up standard. What I like from Dirk though is these observers. They are well placed in the map, and they give him good map control compared to NinjaDuckBob, who, yeah, his map vision is quite limited here, as you can see on the minimap. See a Warpress moving out from Dirk, and what can he make happen with this? I'm not too sure. He's gonna spot the third base at least when he flies in. But not much after that, I think. Well, the third base is gonna land down here, I suppose. Nope, it's going over here, and that is gonna take a long time. I feel like NinjaDuckBob could have added on that down there instead of up there in his main base. And Dirk right now is standing on Colossi, going for charge charge, and this I like. Charge is very good versus mech, but these widow mines are going to wreck those zealots. They are going to tear them up basically. We see a drilling class as well for the widow mines coming down from NinjaDuckBob, and this was of course a very good upgrade, and it allows the Terran player to be a bit safer with his widow mines. He can move out a bit further, and he doesn't have to be afraid of losing them. Now see the warp prism moving in. No, we do not. It is not loaded, so it's gonna warp in down here. And how many warp gates are there out right now? 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 warp gates right now. So he might be able to warp in 5 zealots and get some economical damage done versus his opponent, of course. Let's see here. Much core out. And yeah, let's look at the armor supply again. I feel like NinjaDuckBob is way ahead, and yes, he is. He could move out right now. He's got Vikings up already, so those Colossus are not going to be a threat to him. 4 Vikings, 1 Colossi. I think he's going to do pretty well if he would attack right now. He's got a lot of wind mines, as I previously stated. And drilling class is of course done soon. We see Storm though going down, and Storm is very good versus mech. And I feel like Dirk has got an idea of how to play versus mech, but his mechanics and timings are not on point, and he's not able to do it. He hasn't got a third base, for an example. It's coming up right now, but that should have been taken a lot earlier. Since mech isn't that mobile, you can be a bit more safe with your expanding. Not safe, you can be a bit aggressive with your expanding, as it takes a while for the Terran player to move out, and you can have service scouting out. And now see Dirk moving in. He was waiting for that army movement, and now he's going in with his warp prism. What's gonna warp in 5 zealots. I like this choice. And there are no units back at home. He's got a window mine, of course, and that gets 1 zealot and a lot of splash damage. But those are gonna start regenerating their shields, and not going to do a whole. The window mine is not going to do a whole lot more. But now we see a Colossus falling already. Storm is done. So let's see. There is 1 Storm. Decent. The second one is very good though. And the Marching Core did fall to the Vikings, and Vikings are landed right now, so he's got a decent ground army as well. Colossus falls immediately, and NinjaDuckBob is just gonna roll over this army completely. Dirk, how much damage can he get done in the main base? Not substantial damage, and I think NinjaDuckBob is gonna take this game. I see nothing Dirk can do really. NinjaDuckBob just managing to out macro his opponent with this earlier third base and better income basically. He has got quite a lot of money piled up though. And NinjaDuckBob, to you, I suggest going for a bit more production. You've only got 2 factories right now, and if you were going for a mech style, I would suggest quite a lot more factories, since you've got a lot of minerals and a lot of gas piled up. But yeah, I guess that's going to be it pretty soon. I see no reason for Dirk to stay in this game. He's down to 45 supply versus 126, so that's 80 supply difference. And the armor supply difference is 75. So Dirk, I'm sorry man, trying to hide expansions in the bottom right side, but it's not gonna work out for him. He probably knows it by now, but he's gonna try. He's gonna try his hardest. What can he do? What can he do? His third, I suppose, is still up. And he is getting quite a lot of damage down. He's warping in Archons, which of course deal additional damage to biological, which is every single unit over here basically. The Hellbat is still a biological unit, I think. And Marauders, SCVs, and there's the GG from Dirk. He realizes what's up. He can't kill off the entire base with just a few Archons and Zealots. So that's going to be that. NinjaDuckBob securing the victory with an interesting mech Marauder with a mine style. I liked it, but to improve it, NinjaDuckBob, I would suggest going for an earlier third base, or trying to secure it earlier. You built it at quite a good time, but you didn't secure it very early. And I would also suggest an earlier fourth base and more production from you. You had a lot of minerals and a lot of gas piled up, especially in the late game. Here at around mid late game at around 15-minute mark. You had a lot of minerals and a lot of gas, as we can see here. So yeah, don't forget to upload more of your replays, NinjaDuckBob, or anyone who views this video, to reddit.com/r/castit, where you can have your replays casted and analyzed on different YouTube channels. So yeah, see you guys later. Bye.